Well, it's Thursday the 11th, and I'm back at it. I've run the servo wires through the wing and down to the servos, and I'm getting ready to attach those with the hot glue. I've installed the horns, and this will be the elevator here, and this will be the flaps here. So there's going to be flaps, servo, and for the servos for the flaps, and they do go on to a Y connector, which is this one right here, so that both flaps, of course, go down at the same time, etc. And also arrived in the mail today, I got my receiver, so we'll be able to move on with the power pack installation and get it kind of buttoned up and get it talking to my transmitter. And I went to Michael's today, and I actually found some acrylic paint in a kind of a dark green and a lighter green, yellow, and light blue, to kind of emulate the color of the Storch and the German camouflage, hard camouflage pattern. So anyhow, I'm going to do a test on some foam board with it to see how it paints, etc. And so that's it for right now. So I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, well, now, between Marco reading his instructions and me reading my instructions, we were actually able to go through the binding of the receiver here, and so it's plugged into the speed control for the motor. And it takes, I think it's this speed control also changes the 12-volt battery to 5 volts to power the receiver. So we bound it and we got it together, and if I go like this on my throttle, we have counter rotation of the prop. So we're good to go. So we can head out to do our servos. And Marco's reading about those right now. So anyhow, we'll be back in just a bit. Well, with a little cutting and trimming, and we now have operable ailerons and operable flaps, and they both go both ways. It's kind of weird how you have to do this. Is when you make a hinge, you have to cut away on a 45-degree angle, I think it is, the hinges. I've watched the Josh on Flite Test do it, and boy, I tell you what, he slices through that stuff like it's a hot knife going through butter. But unfortunately, I'm not able to do that, and I even bought a brand new razor blade just this afternoon, and it's as sharp as can be. So I'm not sure. I tried sanding it too, using the sanding block. The sanding block, whoops, got my finger in the way there. Sanding block helps smooth everything out. But anyhow, so we have our control surfaces for the wing. So we'll flip it upside down and then start doing our servos and what have you. So we'll be back. All right, we're back. Well, that was an interesting 2 hours. Installing the servos is not as easy as, well, for a first timer. You know, Josh on the Flite Test website, you know, zoom, 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 and he's done. But I still can't figure out what kind of razor blades he's using. They must be scalpel sharp, because mine, even brand new ones, you have to really, really be careful when you're cutting. But anyhow, I got the ailerons in the servo on. I got the flaps and the servos on and wired, and of course on the other side. So we have all of the wiring done, and we have the power pack made it to my controller, and the transmitter is working and the receiver is working. So so anyhow, that I'm thinking everything is working okay. So I'll probably do a test in the morning and see how that goes. But anyhow, that'll bring us to the conclusion of part 4, actually, and the conclusion of building the wing. Now all I got to do is figure out how I'm going to paint it, if I'm going to paint it, or if I'm going to do it with this tape. There's all sorts of different colors, and it's like packing tape. There's blue, there's green, there's black, red, purple, and orange. So I was kind of thinking on doing, maybe if I do it in that, I do it in the black in places, the blue for the bottom, and then the green for the top and the fuselage of it, and then white or blue for the bottom, maybe white for the bottom, and then yellow for accents. So and it would look really pretty on that, because it would be really, really, really shiny. And I'm not sure if I'm up to all this all this painting, but again, the tape, I don't know which would weigh more, the tape or the paint. So, but anyhow, we'll see how that goes. And if you watch the video and you want to make a comment about the tape, please do. I'd appreciate it. So anyhow, there it is for the day. And my assistant, he's in the other room sleeping. He finally gave up. So anyhow, that's it for today. Thanks.